Today we are talking about the spotlight killer on Mac, and that is Raycast. Now, no, Raycast is not necessarily a new app or tool, but I downloaded it a few days ago and it's been an incredibly powerful tool for my Mac setup. So today I'm going to show you the three kind of primary categories or use cases and the way that I use it on my Mac. So let's get into it. So let's talk about calculators and conversions. Honestly, this is its own app in and of itself. It is just that cool. So first, before we talk about what's cool about Raycast, let's compare it to Spotlight. If I open up the standard Spotlight search and I do 15 plus 30 here, I know the answer is 45, but when I click enter, it just opens up the calculator with the answer 45, and that is not very helpful for me. So the reason why this is cool in Raycast is if I open up Raycast here and I do 15 plus 30, you'll see 45, yes. But when I click enter, it is now copied 45 to my clipboard. So when I start a new Raycast window, I can now paste in that number and do another calculation. One example where this comes into effect a lot right now is with real estate calculations that me and my wife are talking about. For example, if we're looking at a $300,000 property and we want to know exactly how much the real estate agent is going to be paid, we might multiply it by 0.025 to get that 7,500 number. Let's say we then need to run a calculation off of that. I can open up a new window, paste in that 7,500, and then type in whatever new number I need to find out from there. It's a great way to make calculations go a lot quicker. I also love using Raycast to tell me how many days there are until a specific date, and it's really simple. If I say 30 days from now, you'll see 30 days added on. I've got the exact time and date and things like that. What if I've got a vacation planned on a specific day? So I'll say like days until November 1st, and you'll see that it's really simple to get a quick calculation, and Spotlight just simply can't do that. Lastly, within calculators and conversions, let's talk about conversions in dollars. Me and my wife are trying to plan a trip to Europe, and sometimes I've got to think about the different conversion rates to euros or Swiss francs or things like that, and it's really easy to do in Raycast. I just open up a window. I could do $100 in euros right there, 87 euros, or I could do $100 in Swiss francs, and you'll see 82 right there. It's incredibly simple and easy to use. While Spotlight can do it, it's just not as fast and as pretty of a user interface as Raycast does. So next, let's move into the marketing and design category. Now, I'm a marketer for my 8-to-5 job. I spend a lot of time in photo editing software, video editing software, script writing, things like that. So I'm going to talk about a couple quick tricks and tips that I've found to be incredibly useful. First off is color and hex codes and RGB. I'm using these all of the time. So I'm going to show you a plugin that I downloaded here, and I have it set up on an alias, so I can just type color, which will open up this extension. I can click enter, and I now have a color selector on my mouse. Let's say I really want to use this purple up top here. I can click it, and it copies that hex code to my clipboard. So again, let's open up Raycast, let's paste in that color, and I can now see exactly what it looks like. I've got the hex code, but what's really powerful is I simply just click enter, and I can now get that color in hex, in RGB, in a variety of different formats. Pretty dang cool. The next one I'm going to show is another extension that helps with creating thumbnails and assets that require logos. So if I open up Raycast here, I'm going to search SVG, which is another alias that I've created. What I'll do is I'll click enter right there, and I'll now search. So let's say I need you can see a handful here. Let's say I need a LinkedIn logo. I'll type it in, and I will click Command K. I'm going to copy that SVG file. Now here I am in Photoshop, and I can simply paste it in. The amount of time that would take for me to go to a web browser, find a LinkedIn SVG, drag it to my desktop, drag it into Photoshop, I basically just took 15 steps and turned it into 3 or 4, all within Raycast. Incredibly powerful. The last tool that I've been using in this marketing and design section is the Clipboard Manager. Now, this is not necessarily unique to Raycast, but Raycast does it in a really cool way. So if I go ahead and open this up and I just search clip right there, you can see my clipboard history. Here you can see all of the different things that have been copied to my clipboard. So maybe I've been browsing the internet, maybe I've been reading different articles and I've copy and pasted a variety of links or usernames or passwords or whatever. They would all show up here. I can easily jump through them. I can go ahead and copy it to my clipboard, and then I've got it ready to use immediately. For this last category, we're going to talk about search and reminders, because that's what Spotlight's used for, right? The replacement should be able to search your computer, the internet, search for videos, and I feel like Raycast does that incredibly well. So let me show you a couple ways how. So if I go ahead and open up Raycast here, one of the things that I do all the time is I just type CAL for Cal, and I click my schedule. And here I can see my calendar breakdown for the day. I can scroll through and see what's coming up. And the great thing is you can actually adjust which calendars you want to be shown here. Maybe you've got 10 different calendars set up in your calendar. You could only show 1 or 2, or you could show all 10 here. So next, let's talk about search and reminders. Now, this is the number one thing that a Spotlight replacement should be able to do. Find content online and find content on your computer. And I've created a couple custom queries, and some of them are default in Raycast already. So let me show you how I use those. So if I open up Raycast and I search Google, and I do a space, I can now type in a query. So if I just search for dogs and I click enter, it's gonna open up my web browser and search for dogs already. Maybe I wanna do that same thing, but go on YouTube. I will do space, do YouTube, search for dog videos. Same thing, opens up a new tab in my default browser and pulls up dog videos. One of the ones that I use most often day to day is Giphy. So I'll just click Command Spacebar. I'll type GIF space. Maybe I need one of Taylor Swift. I'll just type that in here. I can go ahead and grab the one that's most applicable, copy it to my keyboard, and then paste it in Slack or iMessage or on the internet. You can also search flights just by using their flight number. It's quick and easy. So here, if I go ahead and type in a flight number, you'll see it shows the departure and the arrival. If you click enter, you even get a pretty map with some additional information. And the last thing here is a shortcut that I've created for Apple reminders. All I have to do is click Command Spacebar, and I can search for any shortcut that's already on my computer or on my iPhone. So if I just search for add reminders, this is a shortcut that I've created. I've got another video on that if you want to see that here. But now I can add my items here. So if I go item 1, item 2, item 3, and I click done, that's great. But then when I open up reminders, you'll see here I've got items 1, 2, and 3 populated with those that just came from Raycast into a shortcut into the reminders app. Okay, so I've talked a lot about the features and tools and things that I'm using in Raycast, but let me show you exactly how they're set up in the extension window. So if I go ahead and do Command Spacebar, you'll see extensions right here. If you don't see it, you can just search for it and enter. But here you'll see the list of all the extensions that you have available to you within Raycast. You can download new ones by going to the store. You can create your own quick links. But I think the thing that's most important to know here is this hotkey column and this alias column. So with a hotkey, you can create a keyboard shortcut to do any action within Raycast. So you'll see right here, confetti is option C. So at any point, I just do option C and I've got confetti and it triggers that command. The thing about an alias though is there's no keyboard shortcut for it, but it's a code or a set of text that you would type into Raycast to then recall a specific action. So you'll see here I've got YouTube or duck or Google. So again, if I do a space and I do duck, you'll see that it brings up that query without me having to actually search through all of the different items within Raycast. So that was just a quick list of the things that I've been testing and playing around with in Raycast the last few days. If I missed something that's really important, throw it down in the comments. And if you learned something new, let me know that as well. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.